Hello, welcome to another edition of the Weeping Prophet by Sister Philomena. So today, the topic of today is sickness hidden in the Ten Commandments. When you take a walk around your city, there is no way that you won't see people under one problem or the other. People whose problem need divine intervention. People whose problems can be solved only when they are dead and gone. Then when you take an insight at all these categories of people, you will understand that majority of those people, or rather more than 80% of those people, are suffering because of the burdens of sin. My dear brothers and sisters, our knowledge of health will tell us that bad eating habits are dangerous to us. But we also forget that sins are more dangerous than the above. When we walk along with God, we will not have any cause for sickness. Remember the 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16 to 17. It says, "Surely you know that you are God's temple, and that God's temple lives in you. So if anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy him, for God's temple is holy, and you yourself are his temple." When we respect our bodies, when we handle it with dignity, and by God's grace, my dear brothers and sisters, there are 99.9% chances that we will live happy lives when we combine it with the Word of God. Let us go through the 10 Commandments and see the sicknesses that are hidden there. The first commandment said, "I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not have strange God before me." If you disobey the commandment, you will get a red card from God. There is nothing else to add there. You know what it means when you are a footballer and you are given a red card during the match. The second commandment now say, "Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain." God is a great being. He exists outside time and within time. He is unlimited. We call him unlimited God. And even as old as he is still up to date. Never dies, never old. He's the creator of heaven and earth, the only God who holds the galaxy in his place, the only God who knows the cure to death, the only God who withholds the knowledge of where the tree of life in this world is. Or don't you know that the tree of life, everlasting life, is still on earth, in this sinful earth? If God in his mightiness didn't hold a place in secret, some dark powers will have found it, and that is it. Brothers and sisters, fear this God. So when you fail the first and the second commandment, and you have red card from God, means you've died physically and you've already died spiritually. So let us move to the third commandment. Remember to keep holy the Lord's day. We have all failed when it comes to the third commandment. We go to church on Sundays, except the members of the Adventist church. They go to church on Saturdays. Brothers and sisters, God says, keep the Sabbath day holy. Sabbath day is on Saturday, not Sunday. Sunday, we are not sun worshippers, which dated back in Babylon. It was mentioned in Genesis. First time, I think it was mentioned in Bible in Genesis chapter 10 from verse 8 to 9. And then when you want to know something about those sun worshippers, you can go to this book they call Facet Bible Dictionary. You find it in the page 666, in page 666. I don't need more arguments here. God's words cannot and will never be prohibited to shoot us or to shoot us, our selfish interests. The worst part of the matter is this. even the Sunday they gave to God, they have or have already taken it away from him. Or should I say, are still conspiring to gradually strip him of his glory. So don't try to put off arguments here. God's words are not to be debated upon. It is either you take it or you leave it. The fourth commandment said, honor thy father and thy mother. And this is the only commandment with immediate effect and a promise, so that you might live long. That is the promise. Don't take care of your parents. If you're married, I hope you're planning not to give birth to children, because what goes around comes around. Your friends will reject you if you don't take care of your parents. Families will curse you. Nobody will want you in their knee. Nobody or no family will want their own to associate with you. As a result of that, you will suffer in isolation, depression, hypertension, no close friends. In short, you will be a social outcast. Then, here I would like to ask you, brother, sister, how far with your health? The fifth commandment say, thou shalt not kill. I will only give an example here. If you are a military man or woman in war front, although you are doing your duty, protecting yourself, protecting your country and loved ones, but there are a series of things that come and go with the war. You go to the war with sanity. You leave the war with blood and insanity. Even when it is necessary that you kill, there is life in blood. In whatever situation or circumstance you kill, you will live with the trauma all the days of your life. Then think about killing an innocent person. My son asked me one day at the fellowship when I asked if anyone has any question. Mama, if someone kills and goes to God and asks for forgiveness, will God forgive the person even when the Bible knows that God says thou shalt not kill? That's a question for another day. So let me go back to what I was saying. So when you fail the fifth commandment, thou shalt not kill, you will have guilty conscience when you kill someone. And this guilty conscience will make you to have hypertension. You'll be hallucination. You'll be soliloquizing. Depression will overtake you. Insanity will come as a result of the depression. Some will even have suicide thoughts, and some might even take their life. The sixth say, thou shalt not commit adultery. If you are married, you will get discord in your marriage. If you're rich, and if your wife is the type that loves pretending, your wife will tell you everything is okay, I have forgiven you. Brother, sister, is a lie. Is a lie. She had just transferred her love either to your money or to your children or to your car. In this case, I will tell you, the heart of a woman is like an ocean. She is the only person who knows the content in that ocean. Then, if your wife is not a Christian, you have opened a charlotte in your house. Congratulations. The Bible warned against disrespecting the wife of your youth age. God can hinder your prayers due to her tears. You are bringing evil entities, I will call them, into your home. Brother, sister, when you sleep with someone, you are automatically joined in the spirit with that person. Remember, the Bible said, and the two shall cleave to each other and become one. So if you sleep with Mr. A, you are automatically sleeping with all the people Mr. A has slept. All the people Mr. A has slept with, including Mr. A's wife. The spirit of adultery is a very, very, very dangerous spirit. It had destroyed both the great, the mighty, the wise, the rich, and the poor. For the unmarried, it is termed fornication. Stay away from fornication. Stay away from adultery, because you drag home so many unclean spirits to your partner. You drag home all types of sexually transmitted disease. Some drag home infertility and blame it on an innocent auntie or uncle just because you have some misunderstanding with that person. Some will even blame it on their village people and drag their beloved ones from one hospital to the other. Then a fake pastor will be introduced to you. You will be his bank alert. For some whose condom failed, Ace will gladly accept the invitation. Brothers and sisters, that few minutes fun will destroy whatever have taken you so many years to build. It will destroy your integrity. It will destroy your reputation. It will destroy your family. It will destroy your health. It will destroy your soul. And finally, it will drag you to hellfire. The seventh commandment says, thou shalt not steal. Let he who walk eat. I'm just quoting what St. Paul said. People are suffering, trying their best to put food on table, trying their best to package themselves. And what do? You try your best to steal it from them in different ways or method. 419 is stealing. Your new catch is married. That is stealing. Lazy, doing nothing and always asking for help when you're healthy enough to look for a job or do any small jobbing to have bread and butter on your table is stealing. Armed robbery is stealing. Bribery is stealing. Fraud is stealing. Tricking people to give you money is stealing. Corruption is stealing. Blackmailing for any material gain is stealing. Tapping is stealing. There are too much to mention. If you're caught, you're dead or in prison. Tell me, isn't it a sickness? The eighth commandment said, thou shalt not be a false witness against your neighbor. Some people end their living with this. God is warning you to stop and turn a new leaf. The ninth commandment said, thou shalt not convert thy neighbor's wife. The Bible said that God hates divorce. Divorce is only allowed in the case of infidelity. God reminded us that the two shall be one, meaning God saw something beautiful in marriage, and that's why he ordained it in the Garden of Eden. Now, when you take a look at the 10 commandments, you will notice that God repeated himself in different ways, but still talks on the same thing. But he's still talking on the same thing. Thou shalt not commit adultery, the 6th commandment. Thou shalt not steal, the 7th commandment. Thou shalt not convert thy neighbor's wife, the 9th commandment. Thou shalt not convert thy neighbor's goods or property, the 10th commandment. They are still talking about the same thing. God is telling us that the sin of sexual immorality kills our spirit faster than any sin. He addressed it so that we have feeble minds.